Hi everyone, TardisGuy123 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Aquitaine. So Aquitaine was released last month, February 2016, and is the middle part in the new Fifth Doctor, Tegan and Nyssa trilogy, which is kicking off the main range this year, and is written by Simon Bernard and Paul Morris, who are two writers who have been writing for Big Finish for quite a while, but this is their first foray into the main range, and also their first story to be a 2-disc long set. They've mainly done 1-disc long ones, such as the End of the Line from the Sixth Doctor Last Adventure, and also have written quite a few of the Jadwin Lightfoot stories. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see them make the jump from that 1-disc format to the 2-disc format, and obviously having to make the story twice as long. And a lot of their stories so far have been sort of like these mystery stories which you unravel over time and are very interesting and very entertaining in my experience, and this one certainly follows that trend. So then, starting off with this marvellous cover here, we have the Fifth Doctor in the middle there, and Nyssa on his left and Tegan on his right, or the other way around depending on your perspective. But anyway, then we also have Hargreaves up here, who is a very entertaining character, played by Matthew Cottle, and we also have some phantoms lurking around down there if you can spot, and then we have a jungle background, but don't be fooled, it is set aboard a ship called the Aquitaine. This is just sort of like the botanical gardens section of it. On the spine here we have Doctor Who Aquitaine 209, and then Big Finish. On the back we have the blurb right there. Aquitaine, written by Simon Bernard and Paul Morris, directed by Ken Bentley, and then you've got the cast down there. So there you have different notes and whatnot. Opening it up now, you can see disc 1 right there, and disc 2 right there, and there behind those we have advertisements for other Fifth Doctor main range stories, including the 200th release, The Secret History, which I personally wasn't that fond of, but maybe you were, I don't know, maybe I've picked it up, which is fair enough. But now we take a look at the front again, and then the reverse cover, which has the Fifth Doctor style stuff in it. And finally, taking a look at the inside, we have the In the Next Episode content, which is the Peterloo Massacre, which I'm quite looking forward to, a pure historical, should be quite exciting. And then you have Doctor Who magazine and production credits. Now for my thoughts on Aquitaine, and to be honest, this was the one I was anticipating most from the trilogy. And you know, sometimes over-anticipation can ruin the story a bit, if you get too overhyped for it and then get let down because it couldn't meet your expectations. That's not the case with this one though. Simon Bernard and Paul Morris have written a wonderful story right here. They made the jump to the 4-part formula perfectly, in my opinion. You know, they started off with that 1-disc format and done very well there with sort of like the mystery. But could they keep the mystery going here for the extra hour worth of content? Yes, they definitely could, and they did it very well here. And a lot of that is down to the help of a very particular character, Hargreaves, who you can see right there on the cover, or at least one of his robots. He's sort of like the ship's computer in a lot of ways, and is also sort of like the other robots that are dotted about the ship as well. And he is a wonderful character. He has a wonderful voice as well, and sort of like just that sort of like whole gentlemanly aspect to him. And if you heard from the trailer him going on about a gentleman's personal gentleman and whatnot, he is a wonderful character, and he's always offering tea and whatnot, and there's just so many wonderful things about him. He is a truly wonderful creation from Simon Bernard and Paul Morris. He has a couple of monologues in there as well, and despite being a robot and whatnot, he is the most, I don't want to say human, but lovable. He is lovable nevertheless. And, you know, maybe it's the canine quality to him, I don't know, but he's just incredible. He truly is. You just have to listen to this story and be amazed. And he's just amazing, really. You know, you can see him with his bowler hat there. Yeah, he has wonderful interactions with all the different characters. There was sort of like something that happened in part 2, which made me think, oh, I'm not really like this. Don't really like what they're doing to Hargreaves. He's sort of like turned into a bit more of a plot device to the character. But they quickly rectified that. He became a character again, and all was well and good, and all was wonderful with Hargreaves. I mean, even the name Hargreaves is just a butler name, really. I think maybe it's something to do with the Seeds of Doom, because I believe Harrison Chase's butler in that was called Hargreaves as well. So that's quite interesting. And speaking of the Seeds of Doom, this does have some similar relevance to that as well, actually, in sort of like the Botanical Gardens section. But I won't get too into that with what's going on. No crinoids, don't get your hopes up, but there's still quite an intriguing monster lurking in the bushes and whatnot. So that's quite entertaining as well. But as with these mystery-based stories, it is very hard to discuss them in review form without giving away any spoilers. Don't worry, I won't be giving away any spoilers at all. Well, I've given away a couple, but, you know, minor ones, you know, stuff you get from reading the blurb and whatnot, stuff that doesn't really spoil any twists or anything. So, yeah, but, you know, it's quite hard to talk about this, so this review probably is going to be fairly short. Some of you will probably see that as a mercy, don't have to listen to me ramble on for much longer. But, yeah, let's talk about the cast now, and Peter Davison is great as the Doctor, I think. I think he's a great Doctor, and here he has some wonderful sarky remarks about Tegan as well. You know, he's a great character, really, and works very well here in this story, and works very well opposite Hargreaves as well. He very much suits that sort of like gentlemanly aspect that Hargreaves represents. Nyssa now is sort of like very much something happens to her in this story, which seems to happen to her a lot in different stories. But nevertheless, I mean, Sarah Sutton does it very well, and you know, she's probably used to it by now. Can't say what it is, but it's something very interesting. And also, the TARDIS crew here, including Tegan, they do spend a lot of time apart for different reasons and whatnot, and you know, that very much helps to extend the story's longevity. Obviously, if it was a one-disc story, they probably wouldn't spend as much time apart. But because of that, it sort of like allows different threads of the story to grow, and you see different reveals from different characters' points of view, and that's very interesting. And now, talking about Tegan in the story, she's quite interesting as well, and when she's separated from the Doctor, you do get some nice character moments of her, which are very well done, I think. And you know, Janet Fielding is a great actress, and here she gets to really show that off, especially towards the end of the story. It's all very well done. Another problem that often plagues these sort of like mystery type stories, which are very much building up to that reveal and that twist, is that once you have that twist, nothing much really happens there. It's just a simple case of sorting it out. And you know, I felt that was a kind of the case with what's it called, The End of the Line from Simon Bernard and Paul Morris in the what's it called, The Last Adventure. But here it is not the case at all. It is very entertaining, and on second listen as well, even though I knew the twists were coming and whatnot, it is still thoroughly entertaining. It truly is. And you know, that's really is a credit to the writing ability of the two writers here. They have written something very strong here, and that probably can stand up to numerous and numerous listens. I don't want to overindulge in it though. I probably won't listen to this one for quite a while now that I've listened to it twice with a review. I don't want to overindulge because obviously overfamiliarity can ruin some stories. It ruined Two Minutes Cybermen a bit for me. I had to stay away from that for a long time. But nevertheless, this is a great story in that aspect. And, you know, I've praised it so much in this review. I guess there are minor things here and there which don't really sit right with me. I did kind of mention the bit at the start of part 2, which didn't really sit right with me in terms of Hargreaves. But, you know, that was quickly fixed, so that was all well and good. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to have to rate it now. And, surprise, surprise, it's a 10 out of 10. Aquitaine is a marvellous story, you know, full of tea, beeswax, monsters lurking in the shadows, ghosts, black holes, all this wonderful stuff. Great monologues from Hargreaves himself, you know, it's all just wonderful stuff really. And yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I can't give it anything else. I do love this story a lot, and you know, it's definitely a strong contender for my favourite from the year already. Obviously can't judge yet because we've only got 2 releases so far, and I wasn't a big fan of The Waters of Amsterdam, to be honest. Just putting it out there. I'll review it at some point, but you know, I wasn't originally going to review that. Listen to Aquitaine thought, no, I've got to spread my love for this story rather than spread my, not hate, but just meh towards Waters of Amsterdam. But yeah, Aquitaine is great, it truly is. So I thank you all for watching, everyone, and if you haven't picked this up, I strongly recommend it. Even if you're not a big fan of the Fifth Doctor, I know he does have his haters and sort of like he's seen as rather dull by some people, but you know, nevertheless, I would highly recommend picking up this story, and who knows, maybe it'll change your mind, because it is a wonderful, wonderful story featuring the Fifth Doctor and the robot butler Hargreaves. Next review will be Terror of the Autons to sort of like celebrate 45 years of the Master, which Big Finish are also doing with their next trilogy after this one, the Two Masters trilogy. Very much looking forward to that. Fingers crossed it turns out better than the Locum Doctors trilogy did. So yeah, look forward to that review, or don't. I don't mind if you don't. I prefer it if you did, but you know, if you don't, then that's fine also. But yeah, Aquitaine, 10 out of 10, pick it up. Terror of the Autons next. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Doctor? Doctor, are you there? Doctor!
It's nothing to do with the TARDIS, it's a distress signal.
Well, aren't you going to answer it?
That's what I've been trying to do. Just need to lock onto the signal.
No one sleeps on the HMS Aquitaine tonight. The lights of 1,000 galaxies twinkle in the infinite darkness outside.
It's worse this time, more violent. Tegan, hold on to something.
I take back everything I ever said about your driving.
There is no such life sign now. Your friend is gone.
If there's no one else here, then what was that?
Merely one of the voices, yes.
Voices? You didn't say anything about voices.
Are you saying this ship is haunted?
It's happening again, isn't it?
Who are you? What do you want? Please!
It is a sad state of affairs to be a gentleman's personal gentleman when one's gentleman, or lady, is missing.